We have a state of emergency in 4 states, blizzard warnings in the plains, and a tornado warning in the south, including a lot of tornado watches. Tens of thousands of people are without power. We've had multiple airports, including the Kansas City airport, shut down, and hundreds of flights have been canceled or delayed. And we are continuing to see high confidence in our southern snowstorm as we move into Thursday and Friday. All right, we have a lot to talk about, so let's get into it. You can see right here we do have blizzard warnings across eastern Kansas, parts of Nebraska, Iowa, and Missouri as well, with major ice storm warnings from Springfield, Missouri, all the way over to Owensboro, Kentucky. This is not an area where you want to be driving right now, guys. We can take a look at what our updated HRRR snow total projections are. You can see here through central, north, and eastern Kansas, we could still be approaching a foot or a foot and a half of snow. Cities like Cincinnati, Columbus, Ohio, Indianapolis, and St. Louis could still also approach 6 inches to a foot. Some will see a little bit less, some will see a little bit more. It depends how these snow bands set up. Louisville, Kentucky as well. And as our storm moves off into the mid-Atlantic, these are our new projected snow totals from the HRRR. Now these are up, but I would still take it with a grain of salt. It likes 7 inches in Philly, it's possible, but I think we may see a little bit less. And then from DC to Baltimore, it still wants a foot. Again, I think you may be a little bit disappointed in the front end snow, but we're gonna have some snow wrapping around the back with some colder air that could add to those accumulations. And it still likes 1 inch to 1.5 inches on Long Island and in New York City. This is gonna be tight though. Obviously you can see it's a pretty tight snow line up here. We do need to continue to watch the squall line to the south at least over the next 12 hours. As you can see, we already have a tornado warning on the ground right now, and when I go live in a little bit, I'll be covering this. If you are in the mid-Atlantic, I would expect this to start moving in the early hours of Monday, by the way. I do want to lastly talk about this winter storm that we are expecting really from Thursday to Sunday next week, starting down in Texas and moving its way up the eastern seaboard, or potentially through the Ohio Valley. It is too early for exact snow totals because we do not have model consensus. And again, this rain and snow line could shift to the north or the south. But I'll show you the latest European ensemble. Obviously, you can see it does want to bring 5 to 6 inches of snow into the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and we're talking about maybe 3 to 4 up towards Nashville. Again, I expect these numbers to change, and some of you may end up just seeing rain depending on how this shifts. But right now, it's looking pretty good for you based on the European ensembles. And I know everyone down in the southeast would be pretty excited with this outcome, but take this with a grain of salt. Again, temper your expectations. Atlanta, maybe 2.5 inches. Charlotte, maybe 2 inches. You can obviously see here, this is a somewhat decent blanket of snow. Could be more, could be less, could be all rain if the storm takes a slightly northern track. We have to wait a little bit longer. I'll be covering this in my live today too, and we'll be looking at the updated models and what we can expect. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you like this type of content, feel free to throw me a follow. I will be going live today, like I said. I post every day. I go live every single night. I'll see you in the next video.